The eyes to the right, 323. The nose to the left, 302.
I think it's unfair that students have to pay more money for the university because everyone should have equal rights, and at the moment no one does. It's all about money.
I think it's diabolical.
Yeah.
My daughter goes to college, so she suffers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the students should revolt, cause a revolution.
Thousands of students have clashed with police at Westminster today during a mass demonstration against
A wave of nationwide protests. Students take to the streets again over the rise in tuition fees.
Although my party is part of the coalition, and the coalition government have put forward higher tuition fees, which incidentally were introduced by the last Labour government. The last Labour government brought in tuition fees, so they're the ones who decided that tuition fees were okay for students. But I'd signed a pledge before the general election saying I would oppose raising tuition fees, so I stuck to my pledge.
Lib Dem MPs who promised to oppose any rise in tuition fees are now being threatened with a possible electoral challenge from the National Union of Students. But Mr Clegg, Lib Dem leader of course and Deputy Prime Minister, told MPs today that the plans offered a fair deal for students.
I think it's disgraceful. I think they shouldn't have to incur such huge debts just to educate themselves for the future benefit of this country.
I think it's terrible. It's absolutely awful. I think that you know, obviously you need to go to university, you want to be able to go to uni, and have to put the fees up. I think it's terrible. I think let's just leave it how it is and you can all go.
What will happen is that people from low-income backgrounds will not be required to pay back the tuition fees because it will be means tested. That's what it is. It will be means tested. Families from well-to-do backgrounds will be required to pay the tuition fees. Young people from less advantaged backgrounds will not, or there will be a sliding scale.
At the moment, the tuition fee system benefits either the extremely rich or the poor. Last year, in a UK-YP survey, 1 in 3 students who wanted to go to university could not do because they did not have the required funds to do so. Now in context, that is 1 in 3 doctors who cannot go on to cure, 1 in 3 teachers who cannot go on to educate, and 1 in 3 politicians who cannot go on to change the system that stands today.
What has to be put on the record is that the package that's put forward for low-income families, this is actually a better deal than was there before.
Peace, man.